I'm now going to interview Wendy to see how she feels about the mobility component being cut by the government. So Wendy, what transport do you use at the moment?
I use taxis.
Where do you go in your taxis?
I go to drama and dance, and I see my boyfriend Bob as well.
You visit your boyfriend Bob. Where does he live?
He lives in Caterham.
Okay. And how often do you see him?
Only at weekends.
Would you like to see your boyfriend Bob more often?
I'd love to see him more, yeah.
And why do you see him just at weekends?
Because of my budget, because I haven't got enough.
So even with the mobility component as it is at the moment, you still cannot do all the things that you'd like to do?
That's right.
How do you feel about the proposed cuts to the mobility component?
Very sad about that, because it's going to affect me in a big way. I can't see my boyfriend, I can't go to drama or dance at the bridge, and all the things I like doing, it's going to affect me in a big way. I might not be able to do it all the time, and that really upsets me. But it's me, because obviously I don't want to be like I'm prison my own home and sit in and not able to do it, which I feel for me is important, that I'm active all the time.
This is Stephen. Stephen lives at the Queen Elizabeth Foundation Independent Living Services, Dorring Court, and I'm going to interview him about the Disability Living Allowance and the proposed cuts to the mobility component. He feels very strongly about that. What transport do you use at the moment?
I use dial-a-ride, cabs, trains, and my family's car or whatever transport they get me in.
And where do you go in all this transport that you use?
I go in my dial-a-ride and cabs. I go to see ability. On the trains, I actually go on holiday with a company called Holidays with Help, which is a disabled charity.
Will the cuts affect you?
Personally, I feel that all disabled people, not just me, they'll struggle with the disability allowance. A lot of the stuff I do, like my away travelling, my holidays, when going to see my friends, even me going to see my family will be put into question.
What do you think is their thinking behind it?
They think, oh, let's just do something to disabled people, they're an easy target. They do seem to think disabled people don't have a life, because disabled people do have a life, and residential homes or centres are residential homes or centres, they're not prisons.
Thank you very much, Stephen, for your time. That's really helpful.